Okay, realistic standards. That's what this worksheet is about. So I've got an example for myself in there because I didn't set realistic standards for myself either, right? I expected and I knew that I was capable of going out there and potentially striking out all three hitters that I faced every inning and putting up a zero. And there were lots of stretches where I put up tons and tons of zeros. But if you get upset with every error you make, every time you aren't perfect, every time you don't drop 30 points, every time you don't shoot your personal best on the golf course, you know, whatever it is, you're just going to live this unhappy life. You're going to be constantly frustrated and disappointed with yourself. And it's just not the way to live. So I want you to write down your standards, things that you hold yourself to. So like, you know, if you're a track runner and say your best is a 12.1 in the 100, well, you can't expect to necessarily run your PR every time, but like, what's your range? You run somewhere between a 12.1, a 12.4, then you should maybe set your sights on, I'm gonna run a 12.25 every single time this year, and then hopefully my average shifts to 12 flat to 12.3, something like that. That's a realistic goal. All of us are gonna go up and down throughout our playing days. And if we're really just trying to say, here's what my personal average is, right? So if you take, baseball's a great analogy because, you know, guys have batting averages. Softball, they have batting averages. So if you're a hitter and you hit 280 most seasons, don't expect yourself to hit 340. Don't expect yourself to go 3 for 4 every game when your average is 280. Now, it's great to want to be better than that, but at the same time, say, all right, I expect myself to get 1 hit in 3 at-bats today. And if I do that, I'm happy with myself. I don't expect myself to go 3 for 4 every day because I know if I go 3 for 4, since I'm a 280 hitter, and I want to get better over time still. But I know if I go 3 for 4 every day, that's a 750 hitter, and that's not who I am. I'm holding myself to a standard that I can't possibly achieve. No one in the history of softball or baseball can hit that over a season, right? So find a standard that makes sense. Hold your, you know, list them all out. There might not be 5, there might just be a couple, but be realistic about what you expect from yourself every game as far as like statistical stuff and just general performances. You should always give your best effort. You should always be a good teammate. You should always compete hard. Those are sort of givens. But, you know, do you expect to drop 20 points every basketball game? Do you expect to score a goal every game? That's unrealistic, I think, right? So all these sort of things, list them out, and then write, what do you think a realistic standard is for that performance level? How many touchdown passes should you throw in a game? It's a team sport. It's a team game. You're playing different opponents every game. Again, you can't meet your personal best every day, but you can try to find what a good personal average looks like for you and then try to at least meet that and hopefully exceed it every time out. That's a good way to be satisfied with yourself and to keep your sanity over the long term. All right, so fill this checklist out. It's going to be really, really helpful, and just start to redefine your standards for performance.